Good evening, folks. Welcome into a very special event indeed. It is the first round of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series, Season 0.5, brought to you, of course, by Low Fuel Motorsport. We're here on Twitch and on YouTube for the inaugural round of the Pro Series here on LFM. On LMU, there we go, all the acronyms, and it is going to be, of course, multi-class hypercars and GT3s, and they're going to be at, of course, where else could we start a series like this? It absolutely has to be Spa. Oh yes, over the 6-round series. We will be, as you can see, Spa for the opening round. This is going to be a 100-minute race. Round number 2 is going to be at Imola. That's going to be a 60-minute race, but there will be ×2 on fuel and ×2 on tyres on that one. Portimao, round number 3. That's a 70-minute race. We've got ×2 on the fuel and ×3 on the times multiplier. Round number 4, just a couple of days before Santa comes to say hello. It's an 80-minute race with normal fuel consumption and ×2 on the time. And that is quite an alliteration. Silverstone, 30th of December. That's a 60-minute race, ×2 on the fuel. Normal time will apply. And on Le Mans is the final round. 120-minute race with normal fuel and ×2 on the fuel consumption. The prize is up for grabs. Not too bad at all. The immersion wind bundle from Nitro Concepts. Where are? There we go. Yeah, unparalleled sim racing sensation with the immersion wind box and wind flow fans bundle. Brings realistic wind effects directly to your racing rig, creating an even more immersive driving experience, and it translates telemetry data straight from the game into tangible airflow as well as a pleasant cooling effect, which, as anyone that races for more than 30 minutes knows, yeah, not too bad at all. Second place will receive the Nobles Legend Gaming Chair Silver Edition, thrown for epic gaming moments with integrated lumbar support, adjustable 4D armrests and robust rocking mechanism. Fine PU leather and silver stitching with metal accents adds a touch of luxury that enhances any setup, and a €500 voucher to spend on the Case King website on Thrustmaster equipment for our series winner. So some very nice prizes up for grabs, but we will be starting here tonight, as I say, at Spa. We've got 15 in the hypercars and we've got 17 out in the GT3s now, I believe. Yeah, we can get an early look at some of the cars out on track. Oh, some of them are in the garage. But yeah, the difference between the pace in the hypercars and then the GT3s is significant, to say the least. As we're going to see here, this is out, of course, of the last chicane. Get some, there we go. Yep, absolutely leaves them standing. So interactions, especially in a straight line, should be fairly straightforward. Not always the case. Let me find somebody that's not in the garage. There we go. Axel Ramone out. It just so happens to be in a Ferrari. The Oplite livery looking very good indeed. As he comes out the last corner in the 296, we have Unicorn Bikes in the chat. History is about to be made. It is indeed. LFM debuting on LMU. We've got joint chat on the Twitch channel. And that will all be for our German broadcaster. That is Chris. He's making his debut on LFM, on LMU this evening. He's not making his debut on LFM. I can assure you that. The cars, majority of them now coming into the pits. To end the session, we have, as I say, a 100-minute race for this evening after the go through. What is going to be a fun 12 minutes of qualifying. Every car will be out on track at the same time for the 12 minutes. So we'll see a whole lot of cars checking up. It looks as if Leon Leopold has been a bit of a naughty driver. Picked up a couple of penalties there for violations in the pit lane. With it being a 100-minute race, there is going to be, of course, pit stops for the drivers to navigate as well, as you would absolutely expect. The field is filling up as you would expect. We've got a few Team Nitro drivers in. Henrik Gamble behind the wheel. A few others. Jan Ruschel's racing. Axel Ramone. We've got Michi Hoyer racing tonight as well. Andrei Hipov. The entry list filling up very nicely indeed. Let me just have a look. In fact, I think we've just had... No. Oh, 15 and 18. Sorry, yes, we have. Naska Dasvili is in for Fisher Racing. He's just joined in as well. Just made it in time. Good to see. But yeah, still 15 in the Hypers. And we've got 18... 18, sorry, in the GT3s. Here we'll have Josef Koifel up in the A3s. Quite a few silver drivers. It is pretty new to LFM, of course, very fledgling. So get on board now, get your ratings and get involved. Here we go, drivers now making their way out on track. And let me just see if I can stop fumbling about in the dark here. Gambolino says Serpent Break in the Twitch chat. There we go, we're all up and running. So now what I need is this. There we go. So yeah, as I say, let's get some game volume on that. 12-minute quali session. Everyone's going to be out on track all together, so it's going to be busy in clumps. And as we all know, it is a long lap, even in... Oh, Anthony Costinger in the GT3s has picked himself up a drive-through penalty for exiting the pit lane too quickly. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, or the track marshals at Spa. So yeah, Costinger, that is a costly mistake. That's 3 laps out the window. The amount of time it would take to get his opening 3 laps in, because he's going to come at the pits, he's going to stop, he's going to go again. That lap won't be a timed lap, so yeah, he's going to need to be on the ball. In that Lambo. We'll see, I think it is Paul Nowski for Fisher Racing that is up at the front of the field. Nice wide exit into... Nice wide entrance into the last corner. Yep, he is indeed. Oh, going to be first one to set a lap time. It does make a beautiful sound out the back of these Aston Martins. It is... yeah, quite the game for the engines. We might be cheeky and jump onto a bit of third-person camera, just so we can indeed enjoy the engine notes. We'll get an on-board lap. Yeah, unfortunately, the on-board cameras Are a bit tricky. No rear view mirrors there, but we don't need them. Goes into the first, or sorry, the second major corner complex. Down the hill we go. Right out on the curve. So much grip and acceleration and downforce from these cars. Down the hill we go. This is where it gets a little bit unstable. Keeps it all the way on the inside to the right hand corner. Down into Speaker's corner. No fear whatsoever on the accelerator. Heading down to... beautifully riding the curves. Nice wide exit as well. Into campus. Good right hand, an absolutely solid lap being put together by Nowski. He's got a bit of quest next to his name. Whoa, and he's had a bit of a moment there. That is not where. There's not that there's any place on this track to make a mistake, but that's certainly not the way to do it on the exit to Stavolo. You need that to be absolutely planted, especially in these cars, to maximise your run through there. Ooh, a little bit of a lock up on the front left, and he spun it. He spun it. So he was on a good lap there, was Nowski, and he's ended up on the pit entrance, and he's jumped straight back into the pits. Wow, so yeah, lock up, and that's that done. We do have a lap time that has been set though, and it is Arda Erkan getting an early lap done. Let me get rid of this. So much information on the windows. So yeah, Erkan with an early pole position. Ayamulo did temporarily hold provisional pole, but then Kobe Chan went quicker. That's a 158.522. More times coming in. Mitchie Hoyer's been across the line with a 159.353. Still out and running. And Naskidashvili joined the session right at the end and takes provisional pole with his first lap in the BMW. That is how to make an entrance right there. Naskidashvili and that beautiful looking Beamer. Mustang, sorry. BMW, what am I talking about? That is a Mustang. Sidorik got second place. So Fisher temporarily locking out, or certainly at the moment, locking out the front two rows. It might not be temporary. The Lexus in the hunt. That's second and third with Perrault. Manuel Fuchs for Fisher Racing. That's 3 in the front. 5 because Rachel has just gone quicker. There we go. And that is a BMW. Third place with a 2:19.5, so 6/10 behind Naskidashvili at the moment. Let me just see if I can get... Nope, we can't. And that is all in the German chart. But yeah, welcome in to everyone that is on. Again, thank you to everyone that's been supporting the growth of LFM on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and the thumbs up on the streams. If you are enjoying it, please do drop a thumbs up. And of course, get onto the Low Fuel Motorsport website and get yourself involved in the racing as well. An absolute mountain of racing is covered in all kinds of splits. So yeah, get yourself involved. Mitchie Hoyer crosses the line with no improvement, still in 5th position. Kobe Chan in the pits in first place with a 58.5. Erkan half a second behind. No improvement on that previous lap. I think that was an outlap. Gamble on his way out of the pits with 8 minutes left to go, so we're a third of the way into the qualifying session. That's Gamble just coming back out of the pits. Ayamulo still in 4th. Naskidashvili further extends his grip on the GT3 pole position. Didn't have a good sector 3 there actually, lost time. Did purple sector 2, set a personal best at 1, so he does still have time on the table as well. 2:18.7, although he's just been overtaken. Hugo Perrault in the Lexus, the long-legged Lexus, loves the long straights here. Yeah, Blanchimont is not much of an issue for these monsters. Perrault with a 2:18.5, and again it was a tale of three sectors. He was slow in sector 1 on his quick lap, set a personal best in sector 2, of course it was Naskdasvili that's purpled sector 2, and then he did purple sector 3. He has just improved in sector 1, so he is going quicker. Naskdasvili also improving in sector 1, so a monster of a battle going on between these two at the moment. Basir's currently in third with Sidoric in 4th place. Zabu, another Lexus, he's on a good lap as well actually, 5th position. Rachel in 7th, Roy in 7th place, Koifel in 8th, Kesanovic in 9th, and Fuchs in 10th position. Fisher racing throughout the right throughout the field. Rene Fuchs, Noah Eder as well, as saw earlier. There we go, another Lexus driver. Did not have a good sector 2 on that last lap. If he can clean that up, he'll find himself a couple of positions. So too Rene Felder is actually on a good lap here. Felder could be about to find a couple of positions because Ruschel and Inchausta ahead of him have both set exactly the same time. 2 minute 20.040 for the Mercedes and the BMW. So the German manufacturers dueling it out as Naskdasvili continues his duel with Perrault. He's retaken the top of the GT3 timing. Let's check in on the forgotten class here. Kobe Chan is still in the pits. He's not come back out after that 18.5. That is a solid half-second gap that he's got. Ersan hasn't, of course, been able to improve. Still at half a second. Ayamulo is in 3rd. Hoyer now in 4th. Nowski in 5th. What an engine. Henrik Gamble for Team Nitro. He's in 6th with Hippauf. Another phenomenal sounding Aston Martin just coming through Blanchimont as well. In 7th position ahead of Krauser, Poor and Baroy. Slowest time at the minute for anyone in a hypercar, Nicholas Ulrich for Fisher Esports. Oh no, my apologies, Tim Flake bringing up the rear of the field in the Alpine Endurance 201, but he's just set personal bests in sector 1 and 2, so we'll see what the Alpine driver can do with a third of the qualifying session left. Gets that 2 minute 0.9, so does improve, but only to within 4/10 of Ulrich. He will go again. Oh, Koifel with a yellow flag. Eder was temporarily going quicker. Oh, Chan's back out on track. The track temperature sitting at 36.26. It's a 24 degree ambient air temperature with 36.4 degree track temp. We're looking at the moment. It hasn't changed over the qualifying session, but our leader in the hypercars is back out on track, so this will be an outlap. Hoyer has been overtaken again. Henrik Gamble has done a 58.9. So the front row and the hypercars now both on 58s. Very nicely done, Gamble. So there we go, that might be what motivated Chan for Visceral to jump back out on track. Whatever it was. He is back out. Ersan in 3rd place now, of course. He's been overtaken by Gamble. Ayamulo in 4th, and Hoyer in 5th position. Kreutzer's in the garage with under 3 minutes to go, and they're under 2 minutes a lap, so got time for one more. Naskdasvili is still leading the way in the GT3s ahead of Perrault and Siduric. Siduric's just put in a lap, a bit slower than previous. Basir in 4th. Ramine up into 5th position, just ahead of Noah Eder, who's now up into 6th place. Zavo in 7th, Rui in 8th, Reichel in 9th, and Ruschel rounding out the top 10 currently, just set a personal best, 2 minute 19.332 to go just ahead of Josef Koifel, who did a 2:19.348. Wildly close times. We've got another 2 drivers who are on the same time as well, Kazanovic and Fuchs. Both set a personal best of 2:19.753. And the 040 pair have been separated, of course, in Chauste 17th place with that 2 minute 20.040 since being separated from Idar. No matching times through the hypercars at the moment, but there is still time to go. Ooh, little bit of a cheeky lock up there on the front left. The sound does come through well in here. A little bit of a bounce, but that, yeah, much better than what we saw previously from Nauski. Nauski, Wolves, yeah, so there we go. Nauski's just gone to 2nd place. So that is Gamble and Ersan now, both on the 2nd row. Ayamulo and Hoyer on the 3rd row. Kreuzer and Hippo on row 4. Por and Deschamps, who's just on a 59.6 on row number 5 as it stands. 40 seconds to go, so Chan will get this lap finished and have time for another one. And it is quicker. First one out the box, and it is another 1/10 of a second. And I can confirm as well that on that lap he was down on his 2nd sector, so time was lost. Nolski goes on to a flying lap. Gamble down in sector 1 in the Ferrari. So he's got an uphill task here. Ersan as well. Let's see what we're looking at there in the pits. Ayamulo down in sector 1. Hoyer as well down in sector 1. The Hyper's not liking it. Kreuzer as well. Hippo only just onto a flying lap. Oh, Poor loses it in sector 3. Stays 9th place. Deschamps in the pits. Fabian Roth down in sector 1. Maria as well, down in every sector. Ulrich in the pits, and Tim Flagg in the pits as well. Perrault and Nastiasvili are in the pits. Everyone is jumping into the pits. Yep. Oh no, we've got a BMW still out there. It's in Chauste. So yeah, but it does look like, well, it is. It's Visceral's Kobe Chan that's going to take the top spot. Oh, unless Kreuzer's still out? No. Oh no, Kreuzer is still out as well, but down on both sectors, so not happening. Might find a couple of positions at the end here. Only needs a 10th, but is down. Oh, half a 10th slower than his own personal best. And that is surely, oh no, in Chauste comes across the line. 2:19.8, so does improve. So another improvement right at the death. We'll get the qualifying up in a moment. Before we start the 100-minute race for round number 1 of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series Season 0.5. Oops. Love it when a plan comes together. There we go. Spa this evening, of course. Imola, Portimao, Monza, Silverstone, and Le Mans still to come. Some incredible prizes up for grabs, and yeah, we've got a nice field of drivers out this evening. We'll get the qualifying results up. We should get them up in a moment, but I can confirm it is Kobe Chan who's taking the top spot in the hypercars. Ayumulo in second, Nowski in third, Gamble in fourth, and Ersan in fifth place. We've got Hoyer, Krauser, Hipoff, Plor, and Deschamps all in the top 10. Fabian Roth, Luca Mira, Nicholas Ulrich, and Tim Flagg outside the top 10. But just inside the top 15, we have lost a driver. Yep, we're down to 14 in the hypercars. In the GT3s, it is Nastas Vili after a very close battle up at the front of qualifying. He edges it out with a 2:18.492. For Perrault in second place, a 2:18.505, just enough to see him ahead of Mark Sidoric, who set a 2:18.516. And there we go. So, yep, confirmed qualifying up on the screen. Perfecto. As we spoke about, that is the hypercar standings there. 20 seconds down. Oh, okay. So, that's really. Yeah, that seemed very strange. Oh, because he was at the start of the GT3s. So there we go. All 32 cars that are out qualifying this evening. And apologies. There we go, the cars are just taking to the grid. So we'll let them do that. 100 minutes of racing. When does it start? The race starts in a few moments. We've got a formation lap. They will be coming through Blanchimont into the final chicane and then starting. It's a 100-minute race. Hello to Jim8756 as well. There we go. We are off and running. Yeah, off and running, an hour and 40 minutes, so pit stops we shall see. We've got the energy for the hypercars up on screen, so we can keep an eye exactly on who is doing what, where and when. Yeah, this is going to be an absolutely fun one. There we go, we are green lights and we are away, racing, flying into the first corner. It's almost 4 wide in the second row there, and they're going to go 4 wide. And with all that grip, absolutely, why not? They come out of it 3 wide, but it's still Kobe Chan. No, it's not his Dario Ayamulo has got the jump on him in the first corner, and he's taking the lead of the race. Chan trying to psych him out a bit there as Missy Hoyer and Erden Arkin go side by side in the background. There's another battle going on with Kvaski and Hip-Hop. They two going side by side onto the Kemmel Straight, and you can see the difference. Here comes the trailing GT3 cars. There has been a swap there as well, in fact. Hugo Peralta is taking the lead of the GT3, so a swap in the GT3s and the hypercars. Sidoric currently holding on to second, but it is Nasvili that looks to retake the lead as he doesn't get it done around the outside, and it is Peralta that holds on to it. But Kobe Chan did get the counter move done. Of course he did. He's retaking the lead in the hypercars ahead. Ayamulo, Henrik Gamble finds himself up to third place with Mitchie Hoyer coming out ahead of his teammate Arkan. He's taken 2 early spots to get himself up to 4th with Arkan holding 5th position. It's Paul Nolsky, in fact, who has dropped down the order. He's lost 3 since the start of the race to find himself now running in 6th position. Full green flag indicators in the foreground there. It is absolutely full flat out, not the expression I was going to go for there, and it's going out in the GT3s as well, as Fisher Racing Esport now occupy the top 2 spots. Mark Sadurek has got the move done, so he has got the big overtake done. Don't like that virtual mirror if I'm honest, but we can't get rid of it. But yeah, we're on board with Peralta. He now finds himself down into 3rd place. After starting in 2nd, he was temporarily in the lead. He has now got both Fisher cars directly ahead of him. That's Kobe Chan though, finished in the 1st lap, and he is he's still in the lead of the race. It was a temporary glitch. Ayamilo getting the jump on him, Chan retaking that spot. Ayamilo, Gamble, Hoyer and Erskine cross into the line behind. Hoyer the biggest mover in the top 10 at the moment. In fact, no, sorry, my apologies. Look at Miria making up 2 spots into the top 10 and potentially not losing a spot there, in fact, as Por goes past, and as Mira losing 2. So Miria losing 2 and dropping down to 12th. Ulrich flying past as well. Yeah, so Fisher getting it done in both of the classes. Deschamps ahead in the GT3 livery on their hypercar. Up a spot as well. We better keep an eye on this battle for the lead because it is very close there. Nasvidasvili setting early fastest laps, and Manuel Fuchs, in fact, I think there's just been an overtake there with Jabo and Royschel. Yeah, Royschel getting the overtake done at the end of lap number 2. Good move by the BMW driver at the end of the Kemmel Straight, getting it done on the brakes. Zabel staying close though, Koifel as well, looking for a move down the inside on the Mercedes. Couldn't quite find the space though. The nimble little Porsche could have a chance against the big-nosed Mercedes. They are considerably different in size. We'll see. Oh, there we go. We'll see just how nimble the Porsche can be. It's going to need to be absolutely on the ball. Oh, holding the line well. Solid line of the GT3 cars behind as well. Jan Michel. He's going to be grateful to be in the position that he's in at the moment. Kostinger, you can see, leading the solid little group of 4 cars here. The Lambo that got punished earlier on in qualifying down the order as well. Down at the back of the field, Dude Nitzien has had a terrible opening couple of laps, now 1.4 seconds down on the rest of the field. Kobe Chan setting the... Wow, getting some airtime there. Wow, that is full visceral racing from the visceral driver. Just on a 2-minute 0.4, so rapidly closing in on quality times. We've got 2 distinct groups of cars at the moment. At the back, Novsky in 6th position. Oh no, sorry, Hiphoff is just sitting at the back of this little group. Kreuzer... Yes, so sorry, Kreuzer's at the back of the group. It's Deschamps in 9th place, so the top 8 finding themselves with a bit of a breakaway from the lead 7 in the hypercars. The GT3s are still pretty much running line astern, as you can see along the Kemmel Straight, as Naskadigatsvili but from his teammate Sidoric in 2nd place. We've still got Peralt in 3rd with Eder only 6/10 behind. Back in 4th place, Besser and Ramone 5th and 6th position. There's Manuel Fuchs, who's made up 5 spots since the start of the race. The Fisher Racing driver absolutely getting the job done in race. A few of those positions have come from Zabo and Ruschel, and that is an incredible start by Fuchs. love the sound effects on this game. Rui is in 8th place. There's Chan setting another fastest lap, as you would expect. Reichel, that's Zabu there in 10th place, and Roychelle as well, down a combined 5 positions, these two. And at the moment, Ruschel not having his way of it. So yeah, Koifel still buzzing about, apologies, the camera controls temporarily freezing. Broadcasted where we can hear the cars. Yeah, engine sound is definitely important. Hopefully, let me know if it gets too loud or too quiet. Too quiet, let me see now. 1.6 seconds for Kobe Chan ahead of the rest of the field. Daria Mulo though, 1.3 seconds ahead himself. So no slouch in the early stages of the race. Gamble in third, he's got just under a second, or just over a second now, to Erkan in 4th place. Michi Hoyer 1.34 seconds down. Nauski though, not so far down at all. We'll jump on to a couple of onboards. There we go. If anyone from LMU is watching, we would love some better access to the onboard cameras. If you could, that would be phenomenal. Thank you very much indeed. Let's see what Novsky has got out of Stavelo, firing towards Blanchimont. It's going to be full slipstream engaged. We'll have a quick listen to the engine. Just absolutely pinned and into the final chicane we go. How quickly did they manage to scrub all that speed into the final chicane? Really interacts with that right hand curb. Desnovsky is going to unsell the car ever so slightly, and that is going to put the gap back to exactly what it was on the way in. He qualified 3 places better than this, so you imagine he will be keen. Ooh, having a bit of a wiggle there to get himself back up at least 1 or 2 of these before he gets himself into the pits. Another rapid riser, I tell ya. Nicholas Ulrich now up to 9th position, as we've seen. The gap though at 6 seconds now to Kreutzer, so we'll see if Ulrich can encroach on that gap. Anyway, was 6:10, 7:10 slower than Kreutzer on that previous lap, so does have a bit of time to find to start closing that gap. Hiphoff is closing the gap though, is he? Yes, he is. Excellent. And then there was 3. Looks like he is going to be joining in there, and Bisser as well in the GT3s. He's just had himself a good 2 minute 19.666 on that previous lap, coming through Blanchimont. He is following in a trail of Lexi? If there's this many of them in a straight line. Let's follow as we've got Axel Ramone. Let's go Team Ferrari. He just comes out the final chicane. 6th place he is, 9:10, so just on the slipstream bubble. Manuel Fuchs, another driver making huge inroads, 5 positions. Striding his way into the top 10. Last lap was invalid, unfortunately, so violating the track limits. But it's still running, 2 minute 20.1. His quickest lap, so it's bigger than me. We'll see if that one plays out. Zabu is looking for a move potentially here. The Lexus in a group ahead. Let's see if Zabu can join that group. It doesn't look like he's going to this time around. Not close enough unless he goes absolute full Leroy Jenkins into there. Absolutely does not, of course. Rides the curve on the left hand side. The 2 behind are still battling away. Rochelle and Teufel still absolutely pinned in it. And in fact, Arda Erkan, while we've been looking at the GT3s, has got right up to Henrik Gamble, and these 2 are going to go side by side. And Michi Hoyle looks like he's under pressure as well. Arda Erkan taking the position, while teammate Michi Hoyer manages to defend the position, but for how much longer, because that Aston Martin as well of Andrei Hipov is all over the back of them both. Oh, he's having a look up the inside, coming down the hill. Erkan decides no defensive move is required. Henry Gamble going to try and hang on there and does not want to get dragged into this battle behind him. There's Novsky in the middle. Hoyer's managed to hold him off for the moment. But how much pressure can he withstand, especially with Hiphoff being so close behind as well. There we go. Oh, beautiful train of cars, and all this playing right into the hands of Kobe Chan, who is sailing off into the sunset. Already 2.4 seconds ahead. 2.5, sorry, in this battle here. With Hiphoff to Erkan, they're separated by less than that. So yeah, the gap between 3rd and 7th is less than the gap between 1st and 2nd at the moment. Erkan 4 seconds down as well, so Ivan Mulo looking very comfortable. Oh, and he's going for it around the outside. He's absolutely gone full send, and he's locked up more than one wheel there. I think that was front left and back right, incredibly. We'll jump back on the TV cam. He went for the move and it has massively backfired, cost him a position. Oh no, it's not. Oh, Novsky, yeah, sorry. Novsky now down in 7th place, with Kreuzer now dragged into this one as well. He has been given a bridge to join this battle as well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Manuel Fuchs, the driver, with 5 places under his belt so far, is now under pressure from Ruben Rua. Another Lexus looking to join the trainer Lexus ahead. They are absolutely every place through the course, with Szabo being hunted down by Ruschel in the Mercedes. Another Lexus battle there. We've still got 18 drivers out, and the interactions with the hypercars now going to come thick and fast. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of overtaking going on at the moment. Felder still running where he started. He's got Zupan just ahead of him though. Zupan dropping 2 spots early doors. He has, and Chousty ahead of him after a late qualifying, late time set in qualifying. He has made an overtake to get himself up to 15th place. We're going to have to jump back to the battle with the hypercars though. Because that is them, the battle that we were watching coming through the GT3s that we were watching, and it has stretched them out ever so slightly. I think Henrik Gamble definitely a beneficiary there. He now finds himself with a good, yeah, over a second now back to Hoyer in 5th place. He's got a Hiphoff still very close in attendance. It's going to get all bunched up again. Oh, and the Mercedes has been overtaken. There's been an overtake there. Is that Koifel? Yes, Koifel's gotten ahead. So while that's going on, Koifel has gotten ahead of Royce. So that's Koifel back to where he started. Rochelle in the Mercedes drops down another net position down to 12th place. So from 9th to 12th, as the hypercars still making their way through. Gamble, yep, he's caught them at exactly the right time. And the rest of the field catching them over Rouge and over Rouge and onto the Colonel Straight. Here we go, and it is full flat out of Henry Gamble, being chased by Mitchie Hoyer, who's more intently being chased by Henry Hiphoff at the minute. Novsky has caught back up after that full-blown lock-up. Kreuzer, where is he? Still 7/10 down, so still in contention to join this battle. Miria as well. Still on the back of Ulrich. Ulrich up 4, Mireille up 2, and they've just got up to the Porsche Mercedes battle. Oh, and he's not managed to take advantage of that. Yeah, using the multi-class traffic is definitely an art form unto itself. As we see more of the hypercars coming through. Kobe Chan, we have hardly seen. Oh, now. Oh wow, 5 seconds slower. Kobe Chan, let me just check and see. He's had an issue of some description. His previous lap there, 2 minute 5.4. 5 seconds slower than Ayamulo. The gap now back down to 0.8 of a second, and Erkan is right in the hunt for this one as well. In fact, there's Erkan there, loyally lurking in the background. We'll jump on the front and watch this. So suddenly we've gone from 2.4 seconds between first and second to 1 second between first and third. Erkan almost climbing into the back of the Cadillac of Ayamulo there. Manages to stay out of it though. They're firing through the fuel as well. What now? 65% left, and we are 17 minutes in. So yeah, they're definitely going to need a fair bit on the edge during the pit stop. Ayamulo has put a bit of a gap. No, it's the same gap in fact. So it stayed the same. And Chan there, 2:04. Back-to-back laps. Over 4 seconds. That's a 9-second loss. Although Ayamulo with a 2:03 and Erkan with a 2:02. Everyone in the hypercars massively slowing down. Trying to save themselves a bit of energy perhaps. As no such energy saving going on in the GT3s. That's some Fisher on Fisher action through the multi-class, in fact, as Fisher taking a bit of a tap on the rear for Perrault. He's keen to get himself back up in the second place, maybe a bit too keen on the brakes there. So that's a Fisher GT3 being overtaken by a Fisher hypercar, as Bisser and Eder Bisser and Perrault are freshly battling away. Now the Sidoric has managed to get himself a bit of breathing space. When I say breathing space, it is ever so slight. One of the Alpine Hypers coming through the campus complex, weaving his way through. And there is a sneaky little Lexus. Sorry, that's the Ferrari of Ramone. It's the Lexus of Noah Eder there. Almost looked like he was about to get a rather fortuitous overtake. Doesn't make it stick. Heads on through Blanchimont once again. Chan doing a more commensurate 2:07 on that previous lap there. So yeah, the traffic really slowing down the hypercars there. 2 laps have lost a fair bit of time. And he's flying once again. 4 wheels completely off the track. Absolute airtime for Chan. He's now 1.4 seconds ahead of Erkan, who's now he's 1.3 seconds ahead of Ayamulo, 1.1 second, who is 1.1 seconds ahead of Erkan there. Henrik Gamble still pretty close as well. You can see what's going on. There's Michi Hoyer in 5th position, Novsky in 6th, Hiphoff in 7th, Krauser in 8th, Ulrich currently running in 9th, Marais still behind him in 10th position. Tim Fleig still bringing up the rear of the hypercars, and then just down the Kemmel Straight there is the leader in the GT3s. Took a good time in quali and is setting the fastest laps so far with a 2:19.4. But Sidoric's managed a 19.6 and a 19.5 as well for Perrault. It is very close. Bisser as well, 19.6. So very close times for the GT3 drivers, but Nasty Diasvili does have a 3-second gap. Sidoric doesn't have anywhere near that gap, that is for sure. He's got himself, Perrault, Bisser and Eder very much in close attendance. Ramone as well. Still just at the... and a bit of a wiggle there into Puon. Needs to be careful. As I say, he is still hanging in there, so any mistakes by the drivers ahead, he's going to be absolutely gifted some positions, that is for sure. Let's see, Hiphoff and Novsky though. We'll concentrate on this one for a bit. Yeah, we'll see Ulrich and Marais. In fact, Moreau's taking the position, sorry. So while we've looked away, or while I've looked away, that's Marais taking the spot. Ulrich now down into 10th, but that is 3 positions each. They've now both advanced through the field, so yeah, not a bad opening 20 minutes. And yeah, that's going to be a fun battle to watch for a while. Let's get back to Novsky, I believe we were watching. Although Perrault and Zadurek make a solid case, as these three battling for the final two positions on the GT3 podium. Still, he's gone for a big send up the inside. He's got the car right into the curb, but the outside line is where Zadurek has got the car planted and does slow down on the spot. But yeah, for how much longer? Well, let's get some rear spoiler shots. There we go. See what this looks like along the Kemmel Straight. It is an almighty train of Lexus, and that is an almighty pull from the slipstream for Perrault, looking to make his way back up. Oh, and there's contact on the straight on the way into the braking zone, and that is seen as Perrault have to take the escape road there. Couldn't get it changed over quick enough. There is... Oh, Perrault, no, he's lost the position. Oh, and he's wiggling. His tyres are going to be a bit cosier than they were. Besser looking for the move. Oh, sorry, not Besser. No, Eder. There we go, looking for the move of the inside. And Eder's holding his ground, absolutely. Oh, and that's another tank slapper for the Lexus into speaker corner. Round outside, here comes Axel Ramone getting involved as well. This is going to be another positional. Perrault on the grass. Perrault is, absolutely all over the place. I think there is more damage there than is completely visible, to be honest. It seems like the wheel not straight. You can see there, just leaning to the left to try and keep the car in a straight line, and that is Perrault. Yeah, absolutely out of the running for the race win now, you would say, and maybe still in with a podium if he can get the luck of the pit stops here. Zadurek then second place, Besser up to third, and Noah Eder back up to fourth. Ramone promoted to fifth, and Manuel Fuchs, in fact Rui and Zabo both gone past Perrault as well. Perrault is absolutely hemorrhaging time here at the side of the track. Very little control over the car. There goes the Porsche of Teufel as well. And in fact, Teufel's been overtaken by Kostinger. So there's been changes down there as well. I'm not sure what's going on with Teufel, but Kostinger is passed in the Lamborghini. So some good laps there. Now the driver chasing down Michel as Teufel drops to 12th place. And yet... And Teufel comes into the pits, so I was about to say, yeah, obviously coming into the pits. Perrault is still... Perrault has stayed out. Yep, my apologies for the confusion, but Teufel has come into the pits after losing the spot. So I think there's been an incident there, and Perrault has stayed out despite driving an absolute lame duck that's going to be impossible to get over Rouge and Radion. That would be point in case. Yeah, so an early bath for Perrault. Had such potential in the race there, but not to be at Spa tonight. Straight back into the pit box as well, just a straight DNF unfortunately. Teufel is in the pits with an hour and 15 still to go. Could be a bold strategy, could be an absolute winner, Kobe Chan's strategy. Let's see where he is. He's just coming up to the back of the GT3s again. This brought them closer last time. So Chan still leading the way in the hypercars. He's now back to 3 seconds, or he's now at 3 seconds ahead of Ayamula, with Erkan in third place. Gamble now almost 3 seconds down himself on third. He's in fourth ahead of Michi Hoyer, 2 seconds down in fifth. He's still got Noski and Hipov in fairly close attendance. If we do that and then that, nope. There we go. We'll get some shots of this battle and see how these three are getting on. Energy wise, it's all fairly even throughout the field. Chan, Ayamulo and Erkan at 44, 43% now for Ayamulo. So yeah, they're all moving at a fairly similar rate. Deshant and Roth both got a bit more in the tank. They're at 50. We'll see if that makes a difference to their pit strategy. And looking at the pit strategy, where is Koifel? Yeah, so Koifel is back out, has filled the tank. Oh, and that's a bit of a lock up there. Maybe didn't expect the car ahead to be quite so close. It was a good exit out of the final chicane, but that has been costly. I forgot to mention as well at the start of the race, apologies, the track 3 degrees warmer than it was during qualify. We're up to 39 degrees, so it is toasty out there under the tyres for the drivers. No, Nascada's really having an issue. So I think this is going to be a bit of a slow lap. When was that? 39 seconds ago. Yeah, Nascada's really just having himself a bit of an incident. He seems to be running okay though. He has still got a considerable gap, an ever-growing gap back to Sudorik, who has got a slightly fluctuating gap to Noah either. Axel Ramani in 4th position now in the Ferrari, so he did get himself a spot taken after all the shuffling, and it is now an absolutely incredible tussle between the field here, just outside the top 4, as it is Ruben Rue, Szabo, Reuschel and so Rochelle is slightly further down. There's a blue flag in there as well, but Rochelle, no stranger to a battle, has now got Reuschel ahead of him through Blanchimont. Let's see what the Mercedes can do into the final corner, and of course Kostinger running in 11th, or the BMW much better on the brakes there. No changing in the positions there as the hypercar just weaves its way through like they're all standing still. Oh, and that is a big lock up there. That is race leader Kobe Chan. He's going to be absolutely chewing through those tyres. The gap's halved, it's back down to 1.5 seconds. So the traffic really playing its part in the battle here. Oh, now did Ayamulo break the track limits here? It did look close. Erkan getting through on the Kemmel Straight, so absolutely ideal for him. Oh, now it's there we go. Szabo making hay while the sun shines with the traffic. Is he going to get himself an overtake done? He does indeed off the Kemmel Straight. Is Szabo getting the move done on Rui? He was looking the one like it was looking like he was going to get the overtake, but then it was Szabo gets the job done. As Henrik Gamble comes through in the foreground. Bisser is all over the back of Manuel Fuchs. No, they've been separated as Gamble pops his way between the two of them. So Bisser slightly separated. Mitchie Hoyer as he's almost got the overtake done. In fact, Hiphoff has, and they're going to go 3 wide. There's going to be contact, and Hoyer has to twitch, finds himself almost onto the gravel there. That certainly could have been a lot worse. It could have been, oh wow, the legs has very little in the way of spatial awareness there, and just taps the back of Hoyer's car, and that is the rear spoiler gone on Hoyer. Just such a cruel sport, motor racing. He managed to avoid the gravel by mere millimetres. That really could have made the previous incident a whole lot more costly. It does manage to survive. And then suddenly he takes a tap from Xander Szabo, and that is a huge contact with the wall for the hypercars. They really do rely on absolutely every body part. No rear downforce at all for Hoyer, and that is a beautiful dismount there. Full credit to him for getting that back going in the right direction. He's going to, of course, come straight into the pits. So yeah, that's a couple of drivers now. Early pit stop. Hoyer will be absolutely devastated with that one. He's got an hour and 9 minutes left, so that's going to be at least another pit stop he's going to have to take as well. 37% left on the fuel. Oh, is he going to get an hour out of tank? There's going to be some running on the tyres as well. Kobe Chan extending that gap back out once again. 1.8 seconds at the front of the hypercars. It's Ayamulo in second place. It's Erkan in third. It's Henrik Gamble in fourth. Norski back up to fifth position with Hiphoff now in sixth place. Kreuzer promoted to seventh. And of course Luca Mayer now promoted to 8th place along with Nicholas Ulrich in 9th, so that's 4 places each. These two have now made, with Hoyer coming in for that unscheduled pit stop. Gabor Poor, voice is absolutely going already, in rounding out the top 10 now, but is still down in overall position. So too Deschamps in 11th, Roth in 12th. Tim Flake has just made himself up a spot as Hoyer comes into the pits. We do have one of the Zabu that's coming as well, so the other car that was involved in that incident is coming as well to get some damage repaired. I think these two might be in for quite some time. Kostinger was in very quickly into the pits. Was stopped for just under 10 seconds. I wonder if that was a stop goal penalty, in fact. But still up a spot overall in the Lamborghini, 10th place at the moment, and does have Jan Michel and Jan-Luca Reichel battling away just ahead, so could well catch up. Michel knows how to get the job done. There is Rui just ahead of these two. Manuel Fuchs is just going to be getting into turn number 1 ahead of them. Besser is the one leading this little pack. Ramone still holding on to 4th position with Noah Eder. Oh, there he goes in 3rd place. Sidorik in 2nd place, and Nastasvili now 8 seconds ahead. So he is absolutely flying compared to the rest of the field. Up in the hypercars though, the traffic not working well again for Kobe Chan. That is Danny Amulo back to within 1.3 seconds. So at this stage, pretty much just managing the gap. Got about a quarter of a tank of energy left with an hour and 6 minutes left to go. So yeah, one full top up and we will be away. We'll see how he survives for the remaining hour and 5 with Amulo in 3rd. Sorry, in 2nd, and Arkan in 3rd place. I completely lose myself trying to multitask down the order. Noah Eder, a red Lexus that is still in the race and is now in the hunt for 2nd place. Sidurik and Eder back where they started, and they are looking to potentially do battle. Certainly Eder is keen to do so. Half a second down now on 2nd place. Still got a battle going on with Rui as well. Against Manuel Fuchs of Fisher. That is Lexus versus BMW. And Rochelle as well. Absolutely love it. This Mercedes is fully poised. Yeah, maybe won't use those cameras, but let's see in at the last corner. Nope, not quite close enough. Nothing going on at the moment. In fact, sorry, my apologies. Fabian Roth catching up to Deschamps. Yeah, Roth a bit quicker over the last couple of laps over Deschamps, so the Fisher drivers, will see if they do swap positions. Oh, and he's put it on the gravel, and that is going to answer that question for the next couple of laps at least. That will be a firm no. Let's see what Ree can do as well. Nastasvili still absolutely monstering up at the front. Noah Eder still absolutely monstering all over the back. Oh no, we've got a battle up at the front again. 9/10 of a second. Ayamulo has caught right back up. He's got 3% less fuel, so he is going through the energy now a bit quicker than Chan. Is that going to be costly? But Noah Eder and Sidoric. These two are very close indeed once again. So two to keep an eye on the podium battles. Erkan's 5 seconds down on Ayamulo, so he can really concentrate on catching up to Chan. Nastasvili just been overtaken by Tim Flagg at the back of the GT3 field. The back of the hypercar field. Nastasvili, of course, the front of said field. And Kobe Chan, yeah, has got a clear run for a few corners, so it's yeah, this is about the longest period he's got before he hits GT3 cars again. We'll see how they get through them this time. If Ayamulo can keep it close now that they're in the free air, it could be an interesting one before they come into the pits, and he's certainly doing so. That gap sitting around the 7/10 of a second mark, and in fact dropping heavily there as they drop the foot onto the brakes. We'll see what the Cadillac driver can do. 6/10 of a second there. Noah Eder within 4/10. Of course there's two podium battles going on at the same time. Rochelle and Royshall are still absolutely hammer and tong going at that one, and they have been fully engaged now by Anthony Costinger as well. Three drivers battling for 8th place, right over on the curves once again. I don't think, do we have a track map? We do not. We'll see if we can get one for next week. We've got Fisher Racing in the chat. We've got Hugo in the chat as well. Yeah, Hugo, that is hugely unfortunate. Big racing incident. Not how you want to end the first race of the season. Still 5 to go, and they are going to be very interesting indeed if this is anything to go by so far. Ayamulo now back to within 3/10 of a second with Kobe Chan. This is the closest they've been since they haven't been this close since the very start of the race. Ayamulo temporarily taking the lead. He is really gunning it on that loud pedal at the minute. Within 4/10 of a second, he is the same as Eder and Sidoric for second and third in the GT4s. Oh, Rochelle and Royshall, they are very close as well. Oh, he's not quite got close enough there, so no move there. Let's see what the hypercars are doing. Up at the front, down into Puon. What we're on now, 19 laps for, yeah, so 20 laps. Lap number 20 for the hypercars, the lead GT3 cars on lap 17. So in the first 40 minutes, a 3-lap difference, so we're going to see at least another 4 laps between the hypercars and the GT3s. 3 laps because of the pit stops. Oh, bit of a wiggle there from Kobe Chan, the back of the car not looking quite so planted, but Ayamulo keeping it absolutely pinned. He's going to get a cheeky bit of slipstream from the Lamborghini down at the back of the field. They've got a little bit of a breather, but they are very quickly going to be coming up to a solid pack of GT3 cars. Shieste chasing Felder, Zupanen and Kizanovic, who have all chopped and changed spots between them. Out of the last corner. Two completely different engine notes from that. Oh, look how close Ayamulo is now. no quarter given or asked there. Absolutely fully committed. Just like the drivers in the GT3 as well, no either. Oh, bit of net code there. But they are both running absolutely fine. Costinger and Rochelle as well. We can see, yeah, this one still running absolutely as they were. All going to be pitting around about the same time, although Costinger 3% more than Rochelle. Is he going to get another lap out of that? Potentially. Oh, Ayamulo's in the lead. Oh, as soon as we look away, Ayamulo is taking the lead of the race. Kobe Chan, I've no idea what's happened there. There's an extra percentage difference, but Ayamulo has Chan had an issue? No, nothing popping up. So Chan looks like he's absolutely feeling it on the tyres. Zabu getting a hefty penalty. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, making contact on the straight. That was, yeah, when he took out Michi Hoyer. So yeah, there is definitely the potential. I would say that one will be reported. Hoyer back out of the pits. It was, yeah, a lengthy pit, stationary for 1 minute 31 seconds. So the vast majority of a lap, and in fact the pit stop in total taking 1 minute 56. So it was a long one, an entire lap lost. Chan has been in and out of the pits. Sorry, I've got some interesting data here. It's saying that Chan has been into the pits and was stationary for 19 seconds. I'm not sure where that's come from. Ayamulo, 6% left in the tank, has requested to come into the pits. Hip-Off coming in, Muria coming in as well. Still, as you were in the GT3s, the vast majority of this field looking for another couple of laps at least. Oh yeah, I see. Ideally you'd want another 6 minutes so you could at least get halfway through the race. That's maybe what Chan is doing. Again, I'm slightly confused as to the pit time that I've got for Chan. Yeah, now is this going to be the difference? It's a 100-minute race. Whoops, 100-minute race, and there's going to be more than 50 minutes left when Ayamulo comes out. He's going to have about what, 1% when he comes in. So is he going to need a splash and dash at the end? As Kobe Chan got the fuel management absolutely bang on. Erkan on 6, not coming in. Novsky staying out as well. Hip-Off and Muria, they're going to be the test guinea pigs on this one, on this strategy as well. But it's going to be Ayamulo coming in from the lead. And then as the long and winding road. Pit box, right, it's 3% going to be enough at the end of the race. Erkan now requesting. Chan down to 8%. Just gone to 7. Is that even going to be 2? Hip-Off comes in. Ayamulo in the pits here, confirmation. Nastasvili now 9 seconds ahead of Sidoric, who's got a more comfortable 9/10 of a second gap back to Eder. Ramone still in 4th, with Besser in 5th and Manuel Fuchs in 6th position. Ruben Ree in 7th, Royschel in 8th, still being hunted down though by Jan Ruschel. Ruschel looking to come into the pits, and so too Manuel Fuchs. These two well into the single digits. for fuel, so no surprise they're coming in. Ayamulo and Hipov still in there. There's Ayamulo, now he was stationary 52 seconds, so that means over a normal pit stop Hoyer has lost 39 seconds. Hipov 2 seconds quicker. Both of them fully topping up to 100% as you would expect. Ayamulo back out in 12th place. And Erkan as well has gone past Chan, but Erkan is down to 2% with 53 minutes left to go, and Kobe Chan 5%. Everyone else is on 2% down to 6th position, and then it is Ulrich, Por Deschamps on 9 and 10%, Roth on 11. So this one all about the strategy. Wow, was Kobe Chan fuel saved his way to a race win? Or will it all be for naught? Nastias Veli's coming into the pits as well from the lead. Or, yeah, coming in from the lead of the GT3s. That's Gamble, Erkang and Novsky all in the pits with Kreuzer. Miro has requested, and Kobe Chan is going to be coming in at the end of this lap. 2:05, so yeah, some fuel saving going on to say the least, and that is a 2:05. Ulrich is 40 seconds down on Chan, so it isn't going to make, well, could make a bit of an impact in the battle over the top. With 7% of fuel, the undercut, is it going to work or not? Let's have a look and see. Dario Ayamulo is coming across the start finish line now. He is a fair chunk of change down on Chan. He's coming into the campus complex, so he's going to be coming into the pits very shortly indeed. So it's all about Ayamulo. He's now back up to 8th position, with the rest of the field coming in and out. And Michi Hoyer, yeah, he'll be a lap down as well. Still in 14th place. He's going to have to come back in as well. 67% of fuel he's got, so yeah, another stop definitely on the cards there. Tim Flagg coming in from 7th place. Kobe Chan is into the final chicane. So in he comes. Nicholas Ulrich is just coming into campus complex ahead of Gabor Por still, and Dario Ayamulo is just coming down through Speaker's Corner. So getting to the halfway mark of the race. Yeah, no, a slick turnaround here by Chan. Might not be enough. It was a quick stop by Ayamulo, stationary for 52 seconds. He got in and out in a minute 18. 2 seconds slower than Hipov, 3 seconds overall, but he's managed to maintain a good gap there. Ulrich has gone past Kobe Chan. Gabor Por's come in to the pits. Deschamps and Roth have stayed out. So these two have stayed out. They're going to have another lap, so that'll get them well past the 50 mark. Chan is still stationary, whereas Ayamulo most definitely not. He's into the final chicane, and he is out of the final chicane, fast approaching the finish line for what is that now, lap number 24 done and dusted. Ayamulo, where is Kobe Chan? He is rolling. He's going to be released, and he is going to be released in 2nd place. Dario Ayamulo, he's got the job done, stage 1. He's got the undercut. Let's check and see what Chan's time is. Chan's been overtaken by Hipov as well. Just analysing the pit stop time there. So Chan stopped for exactly the same. He had exactly the same pit stop time as Ayamulo. In fact, half a second stationary. He was stationary for half a second longer, but his entire pit stop was only 2/10 slower. But Chan back out in net third position. Ayamulo in the lead of the race. Oh no, Erkan. Oh yeah, Erkan needs to pit still. Oh no, is Erkan pitted? Oh no, 55% of fuel. Oh, has pitted but gone for a short one. Right, okay. Ooh, so a massively different strategy then for Arda Erkan. Look at the half the pit stop time. Didn't take as much fuel, so going for a deliberate two-stopper. Embracing the fact that a two-stopper is required, so minimising the amount of time in the pits. As we see, Roth coming in, Deschamps coming in, Nicholas Ulrich already in and stationary, so taking on the fuel there. We can see that propping up as Naskadilasvili comes in to the pits from the lead. So requested the pit stop a while ago. Erkan setting a 2-minute point 178. Well, there we go. Naskadilasvili coming into the pits. Sidoric coming in as well. Zupin has stayed out. Dudnitsin has stayed out as well, but will be coming in now down to 1%. So as full a first stint as possible. 19 seconds ahead, so we're going to lose quite a few positions. Ruben Rui, yeah, 1% left. That is a way to run it down to the wire. Ruben Rui now all over the back of Noah Eder. He's back out in 7th place, but again some pit stops still to come for the GT3s. Sidoric and another Fisher car just getting tended to. Their tyres being changed. Naskadilasvili exiting the pits and is going to retake the lead. Yep, because Sidoric came in as well. Besser has got the undercut, so Besser has got the undercut and has got up to 2nd place ahead of Sidoric. Got it done in the pit stop. That is not too bad at all. Sidoric now down into 3rd place. Kobe Chan all over the back of Novsky, who's come back out ahead of Chan as well. Oh wow, so those lap times are really costly for Chan, because that is Novsky back up to 4th place ahead of Chan. So that's Chan down from 1st to 5th place. And Erkan is our on-track leader by 13 seconds after pitting for 15 seconds less than anyone else, and is absolutely flying. Now he's up at the front, setting fastest lap on fastest lap. Yeah, if you can consistently go faster every lap, that is absolute championship winning, never mind race winning consistency right there. Naskadilasvili. Oh, now Bezer had a much quicker stop and has managed to take on the same amount of fuel. Interestinger and interestinger. Using words that don't actually exist. That is, yeah, 39.2 seconds. Bezer was stationary for, but still got near pretty much a full tank of fuel. Out of the pits. Let's see what Erkan is doing up at the front. 13 seconds ahead of Ayamulo. Where is Chan? 2-minute 2. So yeah, the pace is fairly dropping off from where it was at the start of the race. Certainly in qualifying as well. The visceral driver does have a good advantage fuel-wise over the rest of the field, but is that going to be enough come the end of the race? Ayamulo's just been given a caution. In fact, so too Manuel Fuchs. Sorry, that was 3 minutes ago. Ayamulo, that was 2 minutes ago. Erkan with the fastest lap, which we did see pop up on screen. Xander Szabo's taking a pit stop as well. It was a lengthy one, 2 minutes 29 seconds. Was stationary for 3.5 times longer than the rest of the field. So a lot of damage there. Renee Felder back out of the pits in 16th place behind Dudnitsian, who's behind Tim Zupan. They've got Krukanovic ahead of him in 14th place. Quick turnaround in the pits by Kasanovic to get him back out in 13th place. Inciasta as well in 12th position. Very quick turnaround in the BMW. Very quick turnaround, helping Inciasta now up 4 positions. So a great turnaround in the pits, a great strategy executed to get up to 12th place. Royschel and Ruschel still battling away, but it's at a bit of a further distance because Costinger has jumped them both in the pits. So the Lambo driver got back out of both, ahead of both Ruschel and Royschel. So Ruschel is still chasing down a spot in the top 10, but this time it's the Lambo of Costinger he is chasing. Koifel has left them all behind. 4.5 seconds down they now are. Manuel Fuchs in 7th, Ruben Roy in 6th place. Noah Eder in 5th position. He is now behind. Still behind, sorry, Axel Ramone, who's only 3/10 down on Sidoric. So Sidoric had a bit of a time keeping 2nd place. Has now got a battle for 3rd with Becer jumping them both to get up to 2nd. Naskadashvili now 2.8 seconds ahead. So has lost time to Becer as well through the pits. We'll see if he can hold on to that. Let's see the battles up in the hypercars. They are a bit spread out, so let's stay on with the GT3 there. Bear with me a moment or two, we will be straight back. Go, we're back. Apologies, quick pit stop there. Is that a Scottish accent I hear? It most certainly is. Hard Deck Productions. Good evening and welcome in. It most certainly is. The East Coast. That's in the German chat as well. And I'll tell you what, we'll just pop this all out of the way. There we go, so that's Nasty That's Vili who's leading the way in the GT3s, of course. Got a couple of other battles that I saw brewing away. Kostinger has lost a couple of positions. Royschel and Ruschel both making their way past. Keufel will be Ruschel's target once again. Keufel will be back into the pits though, after with only 23% fuel left. That's 38 minutes left to go. That is a fair chunk of time. Arda Erkan as well, another driver that's absolutely guaranteed to need a second. Just coming out with the last corner. What are we now, 30 laps in? Yeah, on lap number 30. That is a 16-second gap, so it is extending the gap to Ayamulo as well, as he comes bouncing his way through the final chicane ahead of Hipov still. Novsky getting himself a solid gap as well now. He's in 4th place. Kobe Chan just come into the final chicane, is now 5 seconds behind. Does find another couple of seconds there, but yeah, the lap time certainly seem to be struggling a lot for Kobe Chan based on what we've seen certainly earlier on in the race. It was absolutely flying. Oh, and I've just noticed there as well, Mitchie Hoyer's picked up a drive-through penalty. Absolute insult to injury for Hoyer there. 36% fuel left, so another pit stop was always guaranteed. After being turned into by a Lexus and slammed into the side of the course, into the barriers, came in to get a lot of damage repaired. And that is a drive-through for his troubles as well. It's a tough race. It's going to be one to forget. Yeah, he's going to come in straight away and get that done. That is absolutely brutal. Erkan now 17 seconds ahead. Novsky still chasing Hipov. Kreuzer hunting down Gamble, and in fact that's who I was looking for as well. Henrik Gamble, he's come back out of the pits in 6th place. And at the minute is lapping very similarly. In fact just a little bit slower than Chan ahead. Kreuzer is lapping around about the same pace, so too is Mirai. Mirai managing to hold on to position through the pit stops and gaining a bit of time on Ulrich in 9th place. Gabor Polar managing to hang on to 10th position, but is still down 1 on where he started. Basor and Ramene, they're getting close now, up at the front of the field. Here we go. So Besser, who had a much shorter lap time, is now being absolutely closed in on, and Sudorik is right at the back of this group as well. Let's see what happens here. On, and the Lexus almost standing still. They're going to go 3 wide. Sudorik thought about sending it up the inside there, and he knows that Ramene got that absolutely spot on. Sudorik tried to take advantage of the situation as best he could, but it is Axel Ramene pops out with 2nd place in this train. Sudorik forces his way to the outside line, got as far to the inside. Oh, and he almost loses his nose to the back of the Lexus. All this playing right into the hands of Axel Ramene, who is now driving away from them both. And that is not what Sudorik wants to see, and especially now in the rear view mirror, they've got a hypercar joining in the battle. Up the hill we go, so these two are going to have all the slipstream in the world as they've got a hypercar going around the outside. Right off track to get past. Is he going to bump draft, or is he going to blast on past? It does look like he is going for the latter of those two options. Nope. Oh, Sudorik sending it around the outside off the Kemmel straight. As he managed to make it stick, there's a bit of contact between the two of them. More than just a bit of gentle door banging there, but they have both survived, thankfully. but it is now Becerre down in the 4th position, so a quick turnaround there. Nothing on my incident scanner, although Iamulo's just picked up a caution. He really needs to be careful, and Mitzi Hoyer as well has just lost control of the car. Okay, that was maybe just wheel spinning, getting the car going again after that drive-through. Oh, Kreuzer is in the pits. He is out of the race. Kreuzer's lost control of the car. He is confirmed out of the race. 13 cars now left out on track in the hypercars, and it's Mitchie Hoyer bringing it up the rear. Now with a second pit stop still to take, much like Ersan, who is still extending his gap to Iamulo. So yeah, if you are going to make the strategy work, you still need to have a gap between you and the rest of the field, but is he gaining enough of a gap to come back out in front? This could be an absolute blinder he's played, especially if Iamulo and the gang have to come in as well, because they were very close to the halfway mark. So they may well need to go on some monster fuel saving in the final couple of laps to make sure they can bring the cars home. There we go now, Fabian Roth. Some more overtakes now through the field, although this is Fisher v Fisher with Deschamps, the driver that Roth is chasing. Only half a second between these two. You would think they're going to work together here. Or at least not going to get in one another's way. Try and use as much slipstream as you can around the applicable parts of the track. And if you do need to go past, then yeah, go past, share the slipstream, go past again. Decrease the lap times, thereby decreasing the gap ahead. But yeah, not close enough, so the two of them running as you were as the catch up to. That is Noah Eder, who's running in 5th place. Very nice interaction there. Sidoric and Ramone are not too far ahead, as we can see, and they are not too far apart either, as the battle for the final 2 podium positions absolutely rages on. Becerre has been left behind by these two, so we'll stick with what we've got here. Nicely done by the Ferrari. You can see just how much more of the track the GT3s use compared to the hypercars. They really are reliant, as one of the Fisher cars goes through on one of the Fisher cars. Ooh, and they've got a bit close there. He's not. Oh, and they're both coming through. So that's how quickly these two have caught up. A bit of lateral motion on the back of the car there from Sidoric as you head towards Stavolo again. You need to be absolutely solid through that section. So vital to be quick here. And Ramone moving over to break the slipstream. Sidoric, yeah. For me at that point, if you'd gone side by side, it would have been side by side through Blanchimont, and nobody survives. And all Ramone has done is let him run on through on the way into the final chicane. Sidoric takes his position, and that is now back to 2nd place. So the top two, as you were. Ramone though, up 2 spots to 3rd place. So for once, Team Ferrari getting the strategy absolutely spot on. We'll jump back to the hypercars, of course, because Paul Nolsky, another Fisher Racing driver, he's only got a couple of tenths between himself and Hipov, and Arda Ersin is down to 14% energy in his car, so his pit stop is looming large. Josef Koifel coming in as well in his Porsche. Of course, he took a shorter pit stop as well. So fully embracing the 2-stopper with the fuel tank that he's got. Oh, and that's a bit of a wild one there on the way in, the Aston Martin. And yeah, both of them there. Having a bit of a moment, one on the midsection, one on the just on the way out, so they're going to stay absolutely as they were. There we go, Roth and Deschamps again. I don't think we're going to see anything out of these two If anything, it'll maybe be on the last couple of laps. We shall see. Let's see what Ramney's got in response to Sidoric. If he can close that gap back up again, early indications are he cannot. These two should both be running to the end of the race. Ramney might need to do a little bit more fuel saving than Sidoric if either of them do, but certainly Sidoric in the driving seat for second place at the moment. It is a chasing game though. No one really able to put up much of a chase for David Naskidasvili. I butchered that whole race. My apologies, David. The Fisher Racing Esports, the PLA car. He certainly didn't come to play. That's for sure. 12 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Is running an absolutely flawless race. Momentarily lost the lead of the race, but very quickly retook it. Absolutely nailed it through the pit stop. And is running away with it. Up at the front here in round number 1 of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series. €500 vouchers, gaming chairs from Noble, and the immersion cooling system, which will be incredible for sim racing. Oh, here we go. We've got the battle is brewing once again through the traffic to come through Boulogne-Chaumont. Not ideal for Noske there. He certainly could have got a bit closer, but it still hasn't stopped him getting close, that's for sure. He is right on the rear spoiler of Hip-Hop. The two Aston Martins are going to duel out 202.7 and 202.6 their previous respective laps there. Yeah, let's go. Either just moving out of the way. So much pace through this course, it's absolutely incredible. Ooh, not the ideal place to meet Alexis, and that is for Noske. He's absolutely got the job done. The sim racing gods, or the racing gods indeed, have smiled down upon Noske there, and Hip-Hop has caught up to the GT3 at the most inopportune time around this course, and that has cost him a position on the podium. Is he going to be able to fight back and get it retaken? Noske so close to making contact. He was fully committed through there. That was a win it or bin it moment, and he absolutely won it. He risked it for the biscuit, and he will be chomping on the prize afterwards. Let's see what Erkan's doing. He is down to 7%, 6% energy. So he's got 1 lap left after this before he comes into the pits again. Now lapping very similarly to Ayamilo. The gap there 21 seconds though. So that is a big one. So Ayamilo will go back into the lead of the race. Is Elkan going to go full service on, slap on a fresh set of tyres? He will really close the gap back down again if he does. He's just catching up to the Alpine and Tim Flake in 12th position. Mitchie Hoyer came in and got his second pit stop done. He's now kitted out to the end. It's been a bit of a cool race for Mitchie. Running in 13th at the minute. Taken out by a slightly wayward Lexus. And that's thrown his pit strategy clean out the window. Erkan is coming in to the pits. Yep, so he's coming at the end of this lap. Ayamilo will take the lead, and then the chase is going to be on. Novsky should get up to second place. Off. Oh, he's going to be close as well. This is going to be an absolutely tight battle. BSR Nico, yes. I did miss the start of that battle, apologies, but we saw it play itself out there. Naskidasvili still leading the way. Sidoric victorious in aforementioned battle, and he is now in second ahead of Ramani. Ramani's got 2.9 seconds back to Bessier. We'll see if Becerre can close that gap. He got a quick turnaround in the pits himself. Was only stationary for 39 seconds. Running back where he started. Noah Eder, he's dropped 2 positions. Overall since the start of the race. He is down from 3rd to 5th place. He has got a big gap back to Manuel Fuchs though. Fuchs, quite the opposite. He's made up 3 places since the start to go from 9th up to 3rd. So he will consider that a very good race. The biggest gainers, of course, so far, the Hypercar twins, Ulrich and Murray. There's Ulrich there, made up 5 places to get to 8th. Murray's made up 5 places to get to 7th. And Heppeloff has made up 4 to get himself up to 4th place, and only a second and a half down, still on Norski after that overtake. And there is Erkan coming into the pits and instantly drops down to 4th place. So yeah, it wasn't even a question. Where is Chan is through as well. So yeah, Erkan really, or did Erkan roll the dice? As I say, I think Ayamulo came in and more importantly came back out with more than 50 minutes left of the race, and the race was 100 minutes long. Came in with only 3% left, so that is yeah, cutting it close. There's Murray coming into the pits. Another driver that took a short pit stop and has decided not to run the tank down. So maybe sees something on the radar. Yeah, quick splash and dash to get up to 54%. So I wonder if just maybe realised the miscalculation. Or if it was always the plan. But yeah, quick splash and dash there by Mira. That should bring Deschamps and Roth into the hunt. Yes, it does. That's them round turn 1. And Murray, no, Murray's back out. So Murray's back out in 9th place. So that's still up 3 positions. That is not bad. So that means Ulrich now up 6 places. Hippoff down to 33%. Ayamulo though in the lead. He's got 29%, so he has got the least in the tank out of anyone actually in the hypercars. Is 29% going to be enough for 20 minutes? Yeah, I would. Oh, it's going to be close. It should be. Yeah, he should be okay. He should be okay. We will see. We will see. Norski in 2nd, Hippoff in 3rd place. So another place gained by Hippoff up onto the podium. That is quite a run. Erkan came back out of the pits and is now in 5th place. So snuck in between Chan and Gamble, but that has given Gamble somebody to latch onto. And you can see wise to that, of course. Erkan instantly moving in front of the Ferrari to cut off the slipstream to the fellow hypercar, as you do. And yeah, that has worked out nicely for Erkan once again. So 5th place for Ersan, who's back where he started. So nothing ventured, nothing gained with the 2-stopper. Didn't lose any position, didn't gain any positions, but hasn't lost any as of yet, and could be in a very good position going into the last third. Yeah, not even as much as a third, sorry. Maybe about 6th or 8th of the race left. 20 minutes out of 100. Ersan closing in. Let's see, Dario Mulo then. He's got an 8-second gap now up at the front of the field. Running a bit lower on energy, but should be good to the end. Noah Eder has caught up to Becerre, so Becerre losing out 2 places since coming out of the pits. It could be a third, especially if you're going to come out of Speaker's Corner and put that much of a wheel in the gravel. That will not do indeed. Oh no, Eder is going to be absolutely lapping this one up. Here we go into the campus complex. Big left before coming to the corner as well. So I'm not sure if potentially Becerre is carrying a bit of damage But that was a big lift by either before coming into Campus Complex. Let's see what it's like out with Stavolo. Two completely different lines there. It doesn't look like in the early phases. It is Becerra that's got a good run. Although as either just timed this absolutely perfectly. You don't want to be too close before Blanchimont. Oh, good exit here. He's going to be absolutely flying into this braking zone. Is he going to go for it? No, he's not. He's going to lift. He's going to stay behind. He's going to close the gap, go right onto the rear splitter and almost let go by the legs ahead, but they both survive, and Ida is really knocking on the back door now. He has got 4th position, firmly lined up into turn number 1. Yeah, very middle line, very safe line there by Ida's opponent. It's exactly what he needs to do. Can he fend him off though along the Kemmel Straight? We'll stay on board and see what happens here. Just checking through the field. Oh, and that's a bit of a moment as a hypercar comes through. But that is no either. That is going to come through. Doesn't need the slipstream advantage. That is now going to go straight back the way of Becerra. So he's going to be able to stay nice and close here. It's not going to get him the position back. But there we go. The interactions between the two classes once again yielding fruits for one of the drivers, and that is Noah Eder. Finds himself back up into 4th position. And 3.5 seconds down on Ramone. He's going to get himself back to where he started. In 3rd place. Ayamulo still flying. He's going to be close. Nordsky got 27% fuel, so if Ayamulo has calculated his fuel incorrectly or does need another stop, Nordsky is going to be right there. Hip-off a lot closer to Ayamulo's boat, that's for sure. Kobe Chan still got plenty of fuel in the tank, and he's got an 11-second gap now over Erkan. And his lap time's 2:01.7. So yeah, he is still a bit slower. Oh no, he's just on it. Yeah, sorry, just on a 2:01.7. Almost an identical time to Hip-Off. Bit slower than Novsky and Ayamulo, who are matching times. Up at the front, we'll see again. It's all about whether Ayamulo does need to come back in the pits, really. Ulrich has got a big gap as well, up 6 places to 7th. We'll be absolutely delighted at that one. A lot of those places again coming at the expense. Mitchie Hoyer down in 13th place. Tough start to the race. Oops. Has been at the pits twice. Behind Tim Flake in 12th position, Fabian Roth in 11th, and Deschamps in 10th. Miro, another driver that's been into the pits twice. It's actually gained him 3 positions. He is up into 9th place, and is only 1.7 seconds down on Por ahead of him. Por himself has made up a position during the race, so we'll see. Mira, freshly filled tank, or freshly fueled tank, not completely filled, still in the chase for 8th place, so that could be a good result. Ayamulo still checking his fuel. 1% a minute. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to fly. So yeah, Ayamulo, I think that all but confirms he is going to be coming into the pits to take on more fuel. He's not going to get away with 1% a minute. It's going to be just shy of that. It's going to be a quick splash and dash, I think, and that could well give Norsky the lead. Norsky is looking much better with fuel than Ayamulo is, and Hip-Hop as well could find himself a bit of a beneficiary. Although again, he is a lot closer to Ayamulo. So yeah, it's going to be close there. It's Kobe-chan going to get promoted back onto the podium. The GT3s are all fuel to the end, so nothing to watch. Nothing to keep an eye on fuel-wise there. The drivers just need to keep it between the Mayo and the Mustard for the closing 14 minutes. And that will be their points tally for round number 1 of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series Season 0.5. The top drivers in for some top prizes. Oh, Mitchie Hoyer. Oh, he's lost the rear spoiler. He's lost the rear spoiler again, so there's been some kind of incident again. I don't know if it in my tracker. It doesn't say what other car was involved. Ulrich is the closest car to him. Oh, unless it was Henrik Gamble on the way past. Yeah, Gamble's car seems to be fine. A lot of sparks coming up, but that is to be expected through there. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what's happening to Hoyer, but another collision. The rear spoiler gone once again, and that's going to be him back in for a third pit stop. Absolutely not the start to the season you'd wish on anyone. And yeah, that is going to be more time lost. Kreutzer behind him isn't finishing the race, so he will come back out and retain 13th position, but that'll be of little consolation to him. Ayamilo, there we go, 12.5 minutes left, and he's down to 9% in the fuel tank. And Novsky is closing that gap. It's now down to 8.9. He's still got 17%. With Andrei Hipov, he is cutting it very close indeed. I think he does need a bit of a splash and dash as well. We've got 12 minutes left and he's got 12% left. So he is running that very, very, very close indeed. We'll see when Ayamilo decides to pull the trigger. Yeah, I wonder if he's got his eye on the track map, trying to find the most opportune point to come back out. Yeah, if he leaves it another lap, if he comes in now, he would likely come out someplace between Inciasti and Felder in 15th and 16th in the GT3s. So that would give him quite a bit of traffic to come through. If he can stay out for another lap or two, I'd imagine he'd be able to get ahead of Dudnitsian, who's in 13th position at the minute. So that would give him that would give him a much clearer track and a lot less traffic to deal with. And there it is, Ayamilo and Hipov both coming into the pits. Hipov's 9%, not going to do it with 11 minutes left to go, and Ayamilo along the Kemmel Straight. This is going to be the last time he does it on this stint. Mitchie Hoyer is back out of the pits. Oh, sorry, my apologies, I've completely missed that. Fuchs and Rochelle. Oh no, they should be okay for fuel. They should be okay. Forget the doomsayer there. I think they do both correct. Yep, so Ayamilo, as I say, he's coming in the pits now, so is Hipov. Novsky is going to stay out. So after Kobe-chan taking pole position and leading for the first stint of almost entirely the first stint of the race, Ayamilo has led for almost the entirety of the second stint. It's going to be Paul Novsky who is bringing home the race win potentially. Just needs to keep it between the Mayo and the Mustard, the superior race tank for the Fisher Racing CYA car, and that is going to be a win. Ayamilo into the final chicane, peels into the pit lane as Novsky, sorry, is into the final chicane already. So that's the race lead changing hands while Ayamilo is under pit speed limiter. Hepov is going to come. No, Hepov has stayed out. Hepov requested a pit stop, but he stayed out. Maybe fancies a cheeky undercut on Ayamilo potentially. Kobe Chan is back onto the podium. Ayamilo, Erkan is through as well. Where's Ayamilo? He is still rolling. Where is Henrik Gamble? He's coming round at the last corner, just coming out of the last corner now. He's towards turn number 1. Ayamilo is exiting the pit, so he will stay ahead of Gamble, but he is behind Arda Ersan, who went for that straight up 2 stop, and that has worked out an absolute treat. Now 7.5 seconds ahead of Ayamilo, and Kobe Chan back on the podium. So Chan retaking positions and might even get 2nd place here, because Hepov is going to have to come into the pits. Only 4% left in the fuel tank for Hepov. Yes, so will be coming in, and it's only 8 seconds ahead. So Chan's back on the podium, and Ersan, after the 2-stopper, not yielding any positions coming out of the pits. Different story at the end of the race. That is going to be another spot as well, and this one's going to be at the expense of Andrei Hipov. Fastest lap currently for Arda Erkan as well. So yeah, not a bad return on that 2-stop strategy. No 2-stoppers. Joseph Koifel, sorry. One of only two stoppers in the GT3s. He's come down in 14th, so it really hasn't worked for them. Zabo down in 17th position. Everyone else going for the single stop with the bigger fuel tanks. Not a massive surprise. Hepov is entering the pits, and there goes Kobe Chan into turn number 1, back up in to 2nd place, and there is Arda Erkan up onto the podium. And go stay committed to the Novsky's now. Wow, well there we go. My hugest of apologies to Kobe Chan. I did declare that the strategy hadn't worked well for him. It has. They're dropping like flies. Now Novsky, yeah, while all that was going on, does not have enough to get to the end of the race. 4% left with 6 minutes left to go. Now Novsky is coming in for a 2nd stop. And Erkan, yep, embraced the 2-stopper, and that has absolutely paid off. If you're going to have to come in, then yeah, you might as well split it and take on just over half the fuel that you need to do the final 2/3 of the race, and then yeah, stop again. And Erkan is going to get up to 2nd place here as Novsky is just coming out of Stavro into Blanchimont, and of course into the pit lane. Yeah, that is. Well, there you go. Kobe Chan on for the race win now. Will be running to the end. Erkan is looking at 2nd. Ayamilo is trying to hunt down 3rd place. I think Hipov might struggle to get himself up to 4th, although just coming through Stavro now. Novsky is in the pits. This is going to be a very, very, very quick stop for Novsky. Does lift the car. Surely not changing tyres. No, there we go. Up to 13%. Dropped. Ayamilo has gone through. Where's Hipov? Hipov out of the last corner. Novsky into turn number 1. Will be released. So yeah, Hipov won't regain 4th position. Novsky will hang on to that. Ayamilo requested a pit stop. Not sure that's fully accurate. 12%, that should be enough to get to the end of the race, surely. Quite a few of the GT3 cars are as well. Oh, Rochelle's come in. Manuel Fuchs has come in as well, he's on the exit. Rochelle has taken on another 8%, 12% of fuel. So is Fuchs, Iamilo. They're all suddenly requesting pit stops. Oh, is there going to be an extra lap now? Is that what's going on? Is there going to be an extra lap? Surely Iamilo's not going to come straight back in. Gabor Por back down to 9th place. Mirai back ahead there after the 2-stop. Por has requested a pit stop as well. Right, okay, so yeah, there is concerns clearly about an extra lap, but I don't think they're very founded because, oh yeah, he's going to complete this lap and then do another one, so 2 laps to go. Oh, that is going to be close. Gamble coming back into the pits. It's all gone. Wow, it's all gone down to the wire, and the GT3s are all piling in the pits as well. Noah Eder's requested a stop, Bezer's requested a stop, Kostinger and Kasanovic requesting stops as well. So Manuel Fuchs is going to gain back a couple of positions after he took 2 stops, or after he's already taken a second stop. He's at 15%. How many positions is he likely to get here? Oh, 2. I think he's a bit far back on Becer and Eder. Let's see if Iamilo does in fact come in to the pits on this one. Where's Kobe Chan? Right, he's already catching up to Tim Clegg. He's just coming down through Puon, so a bit to go till the end of this lap. Arkan on 6%, and he's not requested yet. Although Gamble, no, 5%. Surely that's enough for 2 laps. Yeah, not 100% sure where what we're looking at as far as another round of pit stops goes. I'm not sure. I think that maybe just popping this up to get in the pits at the end of the race. So yeah, this is going to be the start of the final lap, unless he does come out the pit. No, so this will be the final lap. So with a minute left to go, on just under a minute left to go, he's going to cross the line with a 2:02.2. Kobe Chan is looking to bring home the race when Naskidas-Vili is looking to do the same in GT3s. He's got himself a 13-second lead over Sidorik, who in turn is 9 seconds ahead of Axel Ramone. Solid performance by Ramone, up 2 positions. He's requesting a pit stop as well. They're all requesting pit stops. Right then, Noah Eder ahead of Becer and Ruben Rui. Reuschel holding on to 7th position ahead of Kostinger. Kasanovic having a great race, up 4 spots. Ahead of Manuel Fuchs, who's settled back in 10th place. Tim Zupan up 2 spots on where he started. Let's see where Chan is. That's not an easy angle to tell. Oh, just out of Speaker's Corner. So we're down into Puon once again. 3.7 seconds ahead of Ersan. 2:01.4, so yeah, Ersan with some great pace. All the late pit stops. Oh no, he's going to hold on to it. 1% left, he's going to have across the line. He's taken 2nd place from Iamilo. So Ersan with the 2 stop, up 3 spots. Iamilo down 1. Novsky down 1 as well. Hipov is up 3, and Gamble down 2, with Nicholas Ulrich making up 6 places, biggest gain out of anyone in the race this evening. But Kobe Chan, positionally, it's safe to say it's been an up and down race, but it is Chan that is going to take the checkered flag in the first round of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series season 0.5, and across the line gets enough energy to get to the pit stop. But what a race for Chan. Got the strategy in the lap times absolutely bang on. It's going to be Arda Erkin, another one on the strategy, taking second place, and Dario Iamulo rounding out the podium in third place. Novsky in fourth, with Hipov in fifth place. Couple of GT3s will get a checkered flag. Yep, that's Koifel and Dunitsian getting the checkered flag, but it'll be David Naskidashvili that will be taking the important GT3 checkered flag. It's going to be the one for the race win, laying down a very nice marker going into round number 2. It's quite the calendar we've got for this one as well, with Imola up next time. But there is Naskidashvili, took the fastest lap in the GT3s as well, quite unsurprisingly. Phenomenal display, and there is teammate Max Sidoric finishing in second place. So the top two having a great run. Axel Ramone is going to round out the podium for the GT3s. He's going to take himself third position ahead of Noah Eder, who hung on from fellow Lexus driving Marin Bissier. So that is the cars all now coming across the line. What a race. Let me go there. Kobe Chan, as I say, got the strategy absolutely spot on. Quite clearly proving I know absolutely nothing. So yeah, very nicely done on that. Erkan and Chan both on the money. Dario Iamulo in third place. We'll get the standings, in fact. Yeah, we'll get the results in a moment or two confirmed up on screen. But yeah, the podium for the hypercars: Chan, Erkan and Iamulo, and in the GT3s, Naskidashvili, Siduric and Ramone. Yeah, that was round number 1, 100 minutes of Spa. We've got varying lengths of race over the season to keep the drivers on their toes. 60 minutes of Imola next time around. That's going to be followed by 70 minutes of 70 minutes of Portimao. We've got 80 minutes of Monza, 60 minutes of Silverstone, and 120 minutes of Le Mans for the finale. And the drivers all chasing these incredible prizes to be won. The immersion wind bundle from Nitro Concepts for third place. Noble Chairs Legend Gaming Silver Edition chair for second place. And first place in the championships, a €500 voucher for Thrustmaster on the Case King website. So yeah, thank you very much to the sponsors, of course. Let's see if we have some results. Not at the moment. We'll get them up, as I say, in a second or two. Let me just tidy some things up here. Thank you again to everyone that's been following and liking and subscribing on the Twitch and YouTube channel. If you have enjoyed this evening's races and you're keen to see more, do please stick a thumbs up on the streams. And we'll see you all again. Of course, we're back tomorrow night on ACC, so make sure you get tuned in on Assetto Corsa, sorry. Tomorrow night. ACC is Thursday night. Absolutely getting my days mixed up there. There we go. Yeah, results just taking a few moments to pop up. There we go, side view. We've got a raid. Oh, are we doing interviews? Bear with me a moment. Yeah, we're not set up for those. We could look into getting them for next week, though. Yeah, we could certainly do that. Yeah, I will speak to Chris and we'll see about getting set up for that next week. Although Chris has just raided the channel. Yeah, right, okay, let me just check the results and see if we have them. There we go. Oh, we certainly do. For the hypercars, so we'll get into these. Oh, bear with me a moment. Let me just make sure this is actually readable. There we go. So, confirmation there in the GT3s. Nascaras in first, Seduric Ramani on the podium. Either Bisser, 4th and 5th, Ruben Roux and Royshall 6th and 7th, Costing on 8th, Fuchs and Rochelle rounding out the top 10. Zupan, Kisanovic and Koifel 11th, 12th and 13th. Dudzinski in 14th position. And Chauste got to 16th ahead of Zabu and Perrault. Perrault unable to finish the race after a big contact, unfortunately. And in the hypercars, Kobe Chan with the win, Ersan in second place, Ayamulo in third, Benovsky and Hipov 4th and 5th, Ulrich in 6th, Gamble, Murray, Poor and Deschamps all inside the top 10. Deschamps ahead of his teammate Fabian Roth. Flaig finishing ahead of Hoyer, Kreutzer and Leopold not finishing the race. So there we go. That is all we have time for this evening. Again, huge thanks to everyone that has tuned in, and we'll have a look at interviews for next time around. Do make sure you join us tomorrow night, though, for more Assetto Corsa, an absolutely electrifying series, so make sure you get tuned in for that. And of course, back next week for Imola here for round number 2 of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series Season 0.5. Until then, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.